Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. So, in this part we're going to be going and playing the mission Survivor, which I could certainly be wrong, but I believe this mission doesn't have a lot of combat. I believe it's on the shorter side of the spectrum, and it's a lot more of a story mission rather than a, like I said, combat mission. I believe there's very little combat. And it's mostly just telling you, I think, a lot more about Sela.
Some time ago, there was a temporal disruption involving the USS Enterprise C. We thought the matter was fully resolved, but there was an oversight. We need to find one of the Enterprise C survivors, a temporal duplicate of Starfleet Admiral Tanay. Until we reconcile her displacement, the timeline is in jeopardy. There's one person in particular that can provide the location of the survivors, Sela of Romulus. We believe she's operating the Cytor system. Meet me there to search for Sela and enlist her aid.
And this comes with some other stuff.
Stay safe out there.
And just transwarp over there. Which, that's actually not too far from where we were, but whatever, I wasn't going to bother flying over here. So, a lightly explored area of Romulan space, the Cytor system is by definitions unremarkable. Rumors of secret Tal Shiar installations persist despite little evidence to support such claims. There are always claims of Tal Shiar installations. Now entering the Cytor system, no sign of any ships on sensor, Romulan or otherwise. Admiral Transporter Room 1 reports that Agent Daniels has just beamed in. Welcome aboard, Agent. What's your take on all this?
If she's here, we'll need to draw her out. Sela is not easily found if she doesn't want to be. In the meantime, there's a structure on one of the larger asteroids, but the mineral content there is making long-range scanning difficult. I recommend we take a closer look.
What sort of structure?
Looks like a small base of some kind. Industrial, possibly military. Whatever it is, it's running at low power. We'll get a better idea at close range.
Understood. Take this thing closer, Helm.
Our intel shows a lot of Romulan activity in the system, in Sela's name. Command believes she's planning an assault of some kind and gathering tactical resources. This looks like an abandoned Tal Shiar base, or what's left of one.
So there was indeed a Tal Shiar base in the system.
It looks like the interior has been stripped of anything useful over an extended period of time. This could be the work of Sela's forces. They've been... Wait! Picking up enemy contacts. Romulan ships decloaking.
Shields up, red alert. Okay.
Those ships were older, but battle-ready and in good repair. It's unusual of them to run so quickly. We should stay sharp. There's probably more of them out there waiting under cloak. In the meantime, we damage their propulsion systems in the fight. They're leaking plasma.
Helm, follow that plasma trail now.
As long as they keep leaking plasma, we can follow their trail.
That of course means, though, I need to turn back
They're not
around.
trying to lose us. I've got a bad feeling about this.
You've always got a bad feeling about this, Daniels.
Unidentified ship, you are trespassing in sovereign Romulan space. and you are outnumbered. Surrender now.
Nice to see you too.
Oh, it's you again.
We're not here to fight, Sela. Stand down.
No. You are still trespassing in my space, and I could use a new ship for my armada.
Red alert. Tactical. Fire to disable only. I'm surprised they didn't fire a full spread of plasma torpedoes at me after they got me in the tractor beam.
Fine, we'll talk. Cut to the chase and tell me what it is you want.
And is her ship actually frozen in the I was trying to turn up pose? Yes, it is. Wow, is it actually roughly the same length as a Sovereign? Kind of looks like it is, yes, just about. Information, specifically on the location of certain Tal Shiar prisoners.
Ah, I'd wondered when you'd get around to looking for the Enterprise C survivors.
Where are they?
When the Enterprise C survivors were taken, my father agreed to let the rest of the crew live, so long as Lieutenant Yar served as his concubine. She was executed, but my father held to his word. I am aware of her location, but I will only take you there if you agree to it.
If you come with us, you agree to be arrested. No tricks.
And what assurances do I have that I won't simply be executed? I will not agree to my death.
We'll make arrangements for incarceration, not execution.
If I agree to this, I will be held in house arrest, somewhere reasonably pleasant by my own standards. I will not be cut off from access to the outside world, and I will not be given any sort of death penalty. Further, you will allow my crew and their ships to go without harassment.
I'm sure such arrangements can be made. Prepare to beam aboard.
The survivors of the Enterprise C were sent to a Tal Shiar prison. Set a course for the Pictet system. I shall make my way to the bridge of this quaint ship.
It's not exactly a little ship, Sela. It's apparently roughly the length of your Dideridex. Very well. Helm, plot a course. Course laid into the Pictet system, Admiral. Ready to warp at your command. Warp out.
I'm reading several Tholian ships on sensors, along with some unusual temporal fluctuations. Tholians dislike anything involving time travel. We should be cautious. If they think we're responsible, they may become hostile.
Agreed. Anything you'd like to add, Sela?
This is the Pictet system, one of many worlds where the Tal Shiar would send assets important enough to keep, but not threatening enough to kill. Supplies to this world stopped when Hobus was destroyed, but the Enterprise C crew are proven survivors. I admit the Tholians being here is new. Surely they won't be too difficult for you to handle.
Shields up, Helm. Take us in. And we're not even going to bother trying to talk to them. We're just going to shoot first, ask questions later.
Do not intrude. The anomaly will be eradicated. Leave now.
No. I'm not going to be leaving.
Tholians were performing a detailed scan on that anomaly. Something caused it to destabilize quickly. Not a good sign.
I'll have to take your word for it, Daniels. I don't really know a whole lot about the time travel shenanigans that we seem to be involved in on the regular.
The anomaly will be purged, and will be vengeance for the fallen.
Okay, Daniels, time to talk again.
Another temporal anomaly. It was emitting high levels of tachyon radiation and chronotons before it dispersed. I'll need more data, but I think it was an unstable gateway to transdimensional space.
I see.
Scan one. I want to see what they were so interested in.
You do not give orders on my ship, Sela.
My most sincere apologies. I am so used to command and to quick efficiency. I just thought perhaps it would be better if we continued with the mission before more Tholians show up. We can stand around and talk if you like.
Set a course for the anomaly. Sela, remember your place. And no Tholians defending this one.
That anomaly is devastating our hull. Avoid flying into it if possible.
Yep, sorry. I kind of expected the ship to stop a little faster, although, to be honest, our hull regen is roughly equal to the damage it was doing.
Based on these readings, I believe I've found an origin point for these anomalies. They're coming from the planet below. I suggest sending an away team down to collect data.
Right, let's get down and wait. Shields up, Tholians.
All clear. Check out the bubble.
Yes, I'll get right on that. I just need to turn around, Daniels. You should know that this ship does not turn on a dime like certain other classes do.
I am detecting signs of habitation, but there's a lot of temporal disturbances down there. They're making it hard to obtain a clear reading at this distance.
Let's go down for a closer look. Sela?
Assemble your most able crewmen and... My apologies. This is your ship. You give me.
Indeed. Daniels, Sela, you're with me. Let's beam down and see what's happening. And I'll bring a couple people along. And this was going to be one of those longer loading screens, because of course it is. You always got to have at least one of these, maybe a couple.
Beamed down into an open courtyard within what's left of the Tal Shiar prison. Doesn't look like it's been inhabited for some time. I'm reading a number of temporal anomalies nearby, but my tricorder's having trouble analyzing the data. We're going to need to get closer.
Understood.
The shipments of supplies stopped long ago. Anyone alive down here will have a hard time. I suppose that's too bad for Admiral Tanay.
Who said anything about Admiral Tanay?
That is what this is about, isn't it? There are two of her and no one else. If you find her, I doubt she will be alive.
We're going to search for her regardless.
This world was abandoned by the Tal Shiar decades ago. I doubt there's anyone left. The survivors of the Enterprise C might have left personal items behind.
Datapad.
This datapad dates back to the late 23rd century. It lacks power, but it should work once it's recharged.
Okay, 1 second. Had to turn a light on, it suddenly got real dark. See if you can power it up. There could be useful data on it. Okay, not here.
This place hasn't been inhabited for a while. Thing is, the tricorder's giving a range of time from 3 months to 30 years. We're dealing with some serious temporal flux here.
That could be a problem. Let's keep moving.
That's one of the temporal anomalies. I wouldn't recommend entering its area of effect. From what I'm reading here, contact with the anomaly will do considerable damage to anything organic. That being said, I believe we can deal with this. Stand over there, and between the two of us, we should be able to nullify the anomaly.
Understood. Let's disrupt it somehow. Perfect. And let's get the last datapad.
Someone's been here recently. The tricorder's picking up numerous signs of habitation in the area. By the look of things, someone stripped this area of all useful items and moved on.
We should move on then too. We'll need to find a way past the gates.
This gate appears to have been locked from the outside. Perhaps they knew about the anomaly but didn't have the means to handle it. Ah, there's a manual override over there near our beam down site. We can use it to open the gates.
The controls appear behind some gates and more temporal anomalies.
When we disrupted this anomaly, it seemed to fracture, forcing more anomalies into our timeline. I think we might be able to use that to our benefit, though. I'll stay here and act as an anchor. Find the best spot and use your tricorder to emit the dispersal pattern again. We should be able to push those bubbles away from the gate controls. If you get stuck, I'll be able to get you out of trouble.
I'll disperse the anomalies and make a path to the gate controls.
The gate controls are trapped within an anomaly.
Yes, we've been over this already, Daniels.
We'll have to disperse it to use them.
Yes, we've been over this. Okay, and there's some... Oh, okay, this is the game. Okay. I think when I originally played this back on my main, way back when, it did not actually tell you, or it did not give you these arrows to tell you the order. Although, I might be remembering incorrectly.
Looks like some of the closed gateways are rusted now. Find another spot. I think I can see a clear path to the controls.
And open gateway.
The gate's open. Try to disperse where you are. It should open an escape path for you.
Okay. Disrupt it one more time. Admittedly, that wasn't actually blocking me. Don't think any of them were blocking me. Hey, Daniels.
Excellent. The gate's open, and we can continue our search for Tanae. Well done. Before we move on, I've managed to bring the datapad online again. It might contain clues on what happened. Looks like it's a personal. The primary user is Lieutenant Tasha Yar of Starfleet.
Are you certain?
Give me that. The first entry dates to 2389, nearly 40 years after she was executed. Or at least 40 years after she was supposed to have been executed.
Let's see the entry.
I am Natasha Yar, security chief for the Federation's starship Enterprise D. Well, at least that's who I was. For the past 4 years, I've been Tal Shiar prisoner 24601. But even that changed a week ago. Our regular supply drops from the Star Empire stopped 3 months ago. The guards started caring too much about what might be going on elsewhere in the quadrant and caring too little about their prisoners. We were able to overpower them.
Now that I think about it, actually, I think this might be a mission that's on the longer side of the spectrum.
We've managed to recover some data pads like this one, but there isn't enough here for us to call for help or escape. I'm leaving this record in case anyone comes looking for us. Sela, if you find this, I still love you. I've missed you. Lieutenant Yar was supposed to have been executed. My father said it happened. There were witnesses. How could... Clearly, there was some judicious alteration of history.
So it would appear.
The Enterprise C survivors were here, but something drove them away. Something more than the loss of supplies. We should continue looking for the survivors. Your duplicate of Tanae may yet be alive on this rock.
Your father lied to you.
It would not have been the first time. No doubt he thought she might still have been useful in some way. I can see the pity in her eyes. Keep it. His decision allowed me to become the person I am. I do not regret that.
I just think it might be hard to hear now. Tasha was alive all that time.
Look, there's a path ahead.
This anomaly looks more stable than the others. It's probably less deadly, but let's not find out now.
Oh shit. Okay, game, aren't you pointing to something over there? That was, yes, you are. Now it shows back up.
The generators died, no one knows why. Richard thinks it might have been the big predators. Tanae thinks she might be able to salvage some of the parts. I hope she can. She's been glaring over the remains for the last 3 hours. 2 more dead. We can't stay here. The animals know the fence won't harm them anymore. I rigged an early warning system using a trick I learned growing up on Turkana 4, but that won't stop them. We took a vote, and we're moving. We'll build a new settlement in the old secondary supply bunker the Tal Shiar abandoned 20 years ago. The surviving guard has agreed to guide us there. Loyalty to the Tal Shiar fades when you've been stranded with the inmates.
Let's go somewhere a little bit safer, Sela. Don't feel like getting zapped.
Lieutenant Yar never discussed Turkana 4. When I was older, I discovered why. She was a survivor. It is clear that her arrangement with my father was just that. Obviously, she continued that trait into her existence here. There's more ground to cover.
Indeed. Let's keep following the path.
There's another unstable anomaly. The anomaly has left some of the rock in a molten state.
You took readings in orbit. Surely we should continue looking.
Okay, if you're all done talking, let me disperse it.
Clearly, these anomalies must be connected to your mission. Now, while you take a leisurely stroll through the jungle, I will be moving on. It appears that there are more survivors than initially believed.
On that, we're in agreement. Let's keep searching.
There's a lot of interference, but I think I'm picking up a life sign.
Yes, they're not exactly hidden.
Go away! Leave this place!
The hell was that she threw?
No. No! Please, not again. Stay away! Stay away!
It seems your duplicate Tanae is still alive, and she isn't pleased to see you. I don't really blame her. I wasn't exactly thrilled to see you again either.
Now, I'll admit, I haven't really finished watching TNG or even started with DS9 or Voyager, so I've got no real idea as to who the hell Tanae is and really what her importance is. I mean, I know she was the person we talked to way back when for some of those earlier Romulan missions. Beyond that, I got no idea who the hell Tanae is. I see a structure ahead. Let's check it out.
She's run off, but there's an even larger anomaly close by.
It looks like it was a structure at one point, but I doubt any survivors would
Another
remain in
temporal
a
anomaly,
ruin
and this one
like
is larger than the last. There are temporal eddies moving through the area, and a few stable locations between them. Now, if you establish temporal stabilizers in these 3 locations, we can disperse the anomaly and get a better look at the area. Hopefully, the Enterprise C survivors were able to escape the area before this happened.
Okay, muted my mic for a second, and then of course I didn't want to unmute immediately. Understood. Okay, yeah, it is working. Okay, let's go ahead and set up the first anomaly. Or the first thing. Okay, game. I assume you're not actually wanting me to put them inside. You're just giving me the wrong locations. Oh no, never mind. Yes, you do follow these things actually. Yes, now I remember. Okay, and then I got stuck on the damn ground there. So we'll have to wait for one of them to come back.
There's a stable pocket ahead of you. Set up the first stabilizer there. That's the first stabilizer. 2 more to go.
Okay, off we go to the next one. And place the final stabilizer. And disrupt the anomaly.
Incredible! Dispersing the anomaly restored more than I expected. We should look for clues.
Will do, Daniels, will do. Ah, another data pad.
We found an entire grove of saplings. Richard swears the same area was full of towering trees last week. Might be mistaken. We're both getting older. I thought I saw a Romulan in the brush. He was wearing a 22nd century style uniform. When I looked again, he was gone. Maybe I'm going senile. Richard insists I'm too young. Maybe it's because the outside world has been on my mind. Sela has been on my mind. I wonder what happened to her. was a Tal Shiar general, he spared my life in the end. Perhaps he wasn't petty and cruel to her. I hope he wasn't. If you should find this, happy 50th birthday, Sela. I have missed you. I only regret we were separated.
Okay, any other clues? Yep. Another data pad.
Shelter ruined. Last tricorder gone. Half our stores destroyed. 5 dead. The hunters and gatherers returned to find many dead and unconscious. I used my emergency medic training, but I was a security officer, not a doctor. Devek might not make it. None of them can remember what happened. Without the tricorder, we can't scan the area or for internal injuries. I suspect that there is something on the planet causing anomalies of some kind. Danae has not reacted well. She's been talking to herself and keeping apart from everyone. A problem for later. Survival now.
Okay, and last data pad for this area.
Some sort of temporal inversion happened here. Some of the rock returned to an earlier molten state, while some of the building materials aged over 200 years. Anyone standing close to these objects would have been affected as well, regressed to infancy, or aged to the grave.
The same thing could happen to us if we're not careful. Okay, yeah, my away team, went stupid and were stuck staring at the walls.
Well, I suppose it was nice that Yar thought of me. But that doesn't change the fact that she was going to steal me away like a thief in the night. If she had truly cared, she would have stayed where she was. My father was not cruel or petty, at least not to me. He was hard because he needed to be. I thrived because of it.
I see.
The Enterprise C survivors were surprisingly resilient. Tasha's notes are more sparse, but seem to record a productive, if primitive, community. They mention a secondary site close by. If your Vulcan survived, there may be others, and they may be close.
We should keep looking.
Over here! There's a path with recent footprints.
Well, this is the direction that Tanae ran in.
I'm reading another anomaly, further down the path. Tanae might be here.
I see what looks more like Tholians.
The Tanae anomaly and its allies must be purged.
Said anything about us being allies?
That Tholian away team must have beamed down to investigate the anomalies.
Okay, I don't know why. I thought there was some like extra thing that you could find for an accolade on this mission, but I think I'm remembering incorrectly.
This looks to be a well-worn path. Some recent footprints here, heading the other way. We might have run into Tholians.
Possibly.
It seems your Vulcan passed this way recently. Perhaps the cavern mentioned in Tasha's logs is nearby. We should follow the tracks.
They're headed towards those rocks.
It seems many of the refugees would be alive if it weren't for the anomalies. I wonder how many are left now.
Okay, you can't actually go in there. Okay, I was just curious. I don't think that goes anywhere, though. No, it doesn't really look like it goes anywhere. It's just there, and for a reason it lets you go through it.
I'm detecting signs of recent habitation in this location.
Okay, scan
Maybe we'll
area.
find more answers.
Okay, are you guys done? Great. Now we'll scan the area.
This was some sort of dwelling up until a few months ago. If I'm reading this right, there was an explosion of tetrion particles here. A fatal one, judging by the organic residue on the walls. No one's been living here since, according to these tricorder readings.
Understood. Let's keep searching. They may have left something behind. Yes, there's another data pad here.
The anomalies are temporal in origin. I watched Richard wither and die before my eyes. An anomaly appeared, and moments later he aged 100 years. We buried him this morning in the clearing. I never expected he and I would end this way. I miss him. Richard was a wonderful partner for these last decades, a good man. We built a wonderful life, despite it all. My only regret is that Sela never got to know how kind and brave Richard was. He'd have been such a wonderful stepfather. Danae hasn't been seen in days. I'm worried she won't come back. I'm worried she will. I thought her strange behavior might be a degenerative Vulcan sickness, but she was answering questions before they were asked, and she's been close to every anomaly that's happened. Maybe I'm jumping in shadows. The part of me that is still a security officer on the Enterprise doesn't think I am, though.
You're probably not. Another data pad.
This is Danae. I have agreed to report the final words of Natasha Yar and to hold this log in the future. If there is one, if it isn't here already, What? No. Focus. Natasha Yar died of a fever. She wished for the story of the crew of the Enterprise C to be remembered. They were brave beyond expectation. She wished for her daughter to know that she was loved and that Natasha lived a long and happy life. But Natasha missed her, and she hoped her daughter's life was wonderful. Natasha requests that if this log is found, that this record be conveyed to Sela of Romulus and to the Federation. Do not come near me. End log.
Let's see where this cave leads, Admiral. Tanae may be close by, and we need to find her before these anomalies get worse. Agreed. Let's proceed through this cave and continue our search.
I think I see movement in the bushes.
Danae?
Stop following me!
I was way too far away for you to try and roundhouse kick me.
No. Go away! I told you to stay away!
Come with me. We'll be able to fix everything.
I am dangerous. You should not be here. No one can be here. No! Not again! Oh!
Not again? What do you mean?
No! Not again!
There's a new anomaly forming.
Tholians!
Oh, shit, lots of them.
Purge the contaminated field.
God damn. I don't think he gave me enough fucking Tholians, game. You showed like 3 in the little cutscene there, and then all of a sudden you've got like 8 of them. Okay, I'm pretty sure I get control 2, but apparently not. Yeah, we're just gonna have to respawn a couple times because Jesus Christ, game, that's far too many fucking Tholians. And shields do not hold up well against Tholians.
Tanae, the anomalies that have been occurring were caused by decades of temporal interference. Because of what happened with the Enterprise C, you exist in two places at once. We can fix this. You and your counterpart can be reintegrated. Your memories will be integrated as well, but the anomalies will stop.
We can help you. You don't have to run anymore.
I see the logic in your presence here. I am anomalous. My presence here must be sufficiently reconciled to preserve the order of things. I presume you are here to accomplish this. Thus, I will go with you.
We'll fix it today. You don't have to hide any longer. Admiral, there's something you should see. I scanned the area for Tholians after the last attack. While I didn't find any, I picked up something else. Judging from these readings, I believe I found the remains of the Enterprise C crew. Understood. Let's confirm this. Well, at least the grave of Tasha Yar. Nobody else. Well, I guess these are supposed to be some of the other ones. Yeah, it's just they don't get special tombstones. Damn it, Daniels.
All this time, she was here.
What the fuck,
I believe she was
Daniels?
dead. Tasha believed I might come looking for her. She believed it so strongly she left logs in case. Danae held her logs for her. And now, she is truly dead.
I'm sorry.
This place has led to some interesting revelations, shall we say? I think it best we leave before more Tholians show up.
Agreed. Transporters are standing by, Admiral. We're ready to beam everyone up on your order. Beam us up. That's what, like 5-7 people? 5-6 people to beam up? And it goes to a slow loading screen, because of course it does.
Looks like we beamed up just in time. Several Tholian ships are on an attack vector.
Good red alert, all hands, battle stations. Oh, Tholians. Just leave us alone and everything will be perfectly fine. We're dealing with the issue in our own way, rather than the kill everything route. Which seems to be their solution.
Something is happening. It's happening again. Another anomaly is forming.
Prepare for battle. It's not over yet. Oh, the Hesta has arrived to help. Not that I really need it. Tholian ships are no issues. It's the Tholians on the ground that are very annoying to deal with. Admiral, we're being hailed by the USS Pastok. It's Admiral Tanae. That is to say, the Admiral Tanae from our timeline. Acknowledged. Put her on screen.
I see you found my displaced temporal counterpart. Well done.
Thank you, Admiral.
An operations team is standing by on this vessel to assist with her temporal reintegration. Please beam her aboard, and we will begin the process. It is possible that I may acquire a new set of memories as part of the process. A small price to pay to stabilize the timeline. As it has been said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Admiral, I also have Sela aboard.
I see. Having read the briefing from Starfleet Command, I find her presence here to be most logical, considering the situation.
She's agreed to go into custody now that the issue has been resolved.
Very well. I will take custody of Sela and deliver her to a secure facility once the reintegration procedure is complete. Beam her aboard with my temporal counterpart.
As you wish, Admiral. Odin out.
It seems our journey is at a parting of the ways once more.
So it seems. You did agree to place yourself into custody, however.
I did, and I will. But I have a condition to my surrender.
Bring it up with the Admiral. All decks have reported in, Admiral. We're ready to depart the system on your command. Warp out. An undisclosed location.
Tell me about my mother.
Now, I have no idea who that's supposed to be. I mean, I guess it could be Data, but I don't think so. I guess technically not Data, but B4 or whatever. But I don't think it would be. The hair doesn't quite seem to be the correct hair, I think. So yeah, I've got no idea who the hell that guy is supposed to be.
Timeline is stabilizing. Anomaly counts are dropping, and our agents are reporting a decline in temporal aftershocks due to recent events. That's a good thing, by the way. The aftershocks of our recent discoveries on Pictet may take some time for Sela to resolve, however. I hope she's able to find a sense of peace and closure from what she's learned today. I'll be heading back to Temporal Command once we've fully integrated the two Tenays. Be seeing you.
Yep. See ya, Daniels. Actually, I wonder if the wiki maybe says who it's supposed to be, if they know. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna check, but I don't think they do. So yeah, if anyone has an idea as to who that's supposed to be, feel free to mention it in the comments. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. There's no like trivia section or anything. So yeah, like I said, anybody who does know as to who that's supposed to be, or at least wants to speculate as to who they think that is supposed to be that gave Sela the little hologram of Tasha, feel free to, like I said, leave a comment. And we can all speculate as to who it's supposed to be, but nonetheless, that is going to be it for this part, and we will have officially, finally, ended the Yesterday's War story arc. So next time we will be beginning the future-proof story arc, starting with Sunrise. And that's going to be a lot more time travel shenanigans. But until next time, quick reminder, if you enjoy the content on the channel, the easiest and best way to help support the channel is to become a Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can get early access to all my videos, and that money helps the channel out immensely, even if it's only $1 a month. Because it all adds up over time. It helps me to be able to upgrade my computer hardware when the need arises, which it definitely has arisen. I need to upgrade my GPU, but I don't exactly have the money to spend on that, considering how fucking expensive my textbooks are. for my college classes. So yeah, but like I said, that'll be it for this part. I'll see you all next time, but until then, a goodbye and a farewell.